Hi, I'm Bert Nussbaumer from macrobeat.co.uk. We had a really more range-bound week this week, which was more a sort of consolidation of the large moves we had on the Pfizer news, the vaccine news last week, with the large rally in the equities, strong rally in the risk FX space. So we've just been more or less consolidating this week. Obviously, we had Moderna and AstraZeneca this week as well, so it all looks good on the vaccine front. More are coming through. Obviously, the market didn't really extend the gains, given Pfizer was the sort of the first one, was obviously always going to be the biggest one. The other topics that we obviously have the Brexit ping pong that's going on all week. Journalists seem to know everything all the time, from looks good, looks bad. The latest is we might have a deal on Monday, so don't hold your breath, I guess. But it definitely does look like a deal. At the same time, people talk about the same three red lines that are out there are still not being solved. So who knows how long this is going to be dragging on. The other very strange story, but this is fresh from last night, very difficult to get already a lot of information about. It seems the US Treasury asked the Federal Reserve to return all the unused money for the special lending program, which is around, I think, $500 billion. The Fed, I think it was Fed Bostic that came out, which really sort of complained, which is very rare that Federal Reserve governments come out in the open to take a fight with the US Treasury. But we have to see what this turns into. The market didn't like it at first. There's two versions of it. One is Mnuchin really expects, or his view is, that grants would help the economy more than debt, which means he obviously leans on the fiscal side of things. The other one is really the negative element is of some more stimulus being withdrawn for the time being. That is really it in terms of event. As I said, market-wise, there wasn't too much. I have a few slides for you as usual. The first one is the dollar index. We sort of tried on a few occasions now in the last few weeks to break back on the top side. It fails. We have tried to break to the downside, failed. But as you can see, we are really at this very big, or close to the very big breaking point around 91.90. If we start to take that out, we really do get the next sort of push lower in the dollar. But so far, it's all range trading, and just really better to wait for the break than to sort of preempt anything. The next chart, this is dollar Turkey. I thought I showed this one. The move you see of the sort of highs is a 15% move down in dollar Turkey in the last sort of week or two since they restructured the central bank. The new central bank head did indeed, as it seems, get the sort of free hand to do what's needed to stabilize the Turkish lira. We had a 475 basis points hike yesterday, which takes rates up to 15%. Something I always talked about in the last few months, that the risk premium sub 10% is just not enough to buy Turkey. And I think now at a 15% handle, and as it seems Erdogan is stepping back somewhat, leaving the central bank to do what is needed to be done. So sort of regain of central bank independence could really be a positive outlook in the near term for the Turkish lira, especially after the very big move we had over the last 1 or 2 years. So I'm quite upbeat for Turkey, probably the first time in about 3 years, to be honest. On the next chart, we have gold. Gold, I mentioned it a few times, gold is really looking soggy. It didn't really like the vaccine news last week. You see that big red candle on the way down. That was the Pfizer news. So obviously the gold upside loses a little bit of interest, as we could really think that with the vaccines are coming through going into 2021, there is obviously a risk that we're going to get less stimulus out there. And so this whole stimulus story starts to fade, and gold is really on the brink. We sort of been below 1866 a few times. The key level 1836. If we break that one, there is a real trend change in store. Last but not least, the Dow. We see the big rally that we had in the last 2-3 weeks. We're consolidating at a very high level. Not that I sort of turned very bullish equities, but reality is the vaccine story should provide a bid on dip should equities start to come off again, as I really do feel there is light at the end of the tunnel, and right now it really shines quite brightly. So I think equities may consolidate at high level, but gonna stay strong. That's it from me. Thanks very much indeed.